up, geeks? We are back.
Hello,
How are you,
hello.
30?
I am fine. It's been a normal couple of days, I guess. How many weeks did we
Yes.
went on a long ass break?
I guess mga 3 weeks to na hiatus or two because we
It's
were
just two
waiting for
weeks.
Barbenheimer to come out.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then when Barberheimer came out, it was like second coming of Christ, right? And the world changed after that.
Right?
Like I have not, I have not seen, like everything on my feed. There's always bound to be like one Barbenheimer post. Like, even the meme impact of like Oppenheimer is like everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
man. And
Yeah.
the discourse on like Barbie is still active with the incels and the thing. But
Oh
Oppenheimer is like the
yeah.
funniest. Like, it literally made a chain reaction to like the internet. Like,
Unsa ang vibe sa imong office ron? Like nadaba si ang you work in a game office, so nadaba na sila sa Barbenheimer hype.
no, it's business as usual here. Not really. Only Pia and I like talk a lot about that stuff, and another friend Ayad, we actively talk about how it impacts
Yeah.
the pop
Nara mo
culture
sa
scene.
nara mo sa corner like murag they don't know that Barbenheimer just happened. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
kada nga meme.
yeah.
Yeah. But I just like uh I wanted to talk a bit about like post Barbenheimer, especially now kay the ninggawas ang kanang more issues about it, and especially like mga people from Japan. Like there was this issue though na like it was a movie about the killing of mga thousands of Japanese people and not one single Japanese person was in it. And like di ba we discussed na weird bitaw no na we don't get to see that in the movie.
Mm-mm.
But like na yung mga Japanese meme communities that are like likening it to like how would the
9/11.
US feel if they made a biopic about Bin Laden and then they're like photoshopping ka ng mga Barbie and then ay two towers na nag-attack, and I'm like I guess that is kind of the equivalent of
Mm-mm.
Barbenheimer na murag. Why is it that white people are allowed nuance like si Ted Bundy or who's the new serial killer guy? Like, karon
Wait,
that got a
do they just drop new
series?
serial killers every time?
No, like, they decide to
Dahmer,
focus on
Dahmer.
like a Dahmer. Yeah, kinda Dumb and Dahmer.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, and sakto lagi ang kanang, bitaw no, if they wrote like about a problematic person of color, you think malain ang US, ano? Like, what's your take on it? Like, what do you
Come
feel?
on, like we've been talking shit about US has been like talking shit about other countries for quite some time now, and it doesn't hurt them at least to say just that thing lang, like make fun of 9/11. Like, who cares? Like, they've already did like a lot of things to other countries as well, so fuck it.
Yeah, it's like siguro I don't think everyone will be mature enough for it, but if someone decides to make some kind of like nuanced biopic about Bin Laden, like uh unsa na, I think the US is like morag they shouldn't be that outraged, or like at least that's gonna be the
Mm.
well, you made an Oppenheimer movie, like what do you think? But I think like the reason murag that would be weird is because bagura mang relatively newer man na nahitabo ang 9/11. So like a lot of people
Mm.
still remember that day, and like how many people
Mm-mm.
can still remember Hiroshima? I don't know, that's kind of
Yeah,
like
you can always like show the Japanese people Grave of the Fireflies. Oh,
oh yeah.
no, I mean the American people Grave of the Fireflies, and then it's basically the
Oh
same
yeah.
thing. Like,
Like
it's a
yeah.
it's a cycle, man. Like, we just can't stop talking about how war affects us. Like, we're always gonna
Yeah.
be making movies about that tragic event, and I
Mhm.
don't know
There's
when
a
it's gonna stop, but there's a
yeah.
lot of perspectives to put in that
Mm.
scenario again.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama to draw from it, and yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of Grave of the Fireflies, I was like, post Oppenheimer, I was like, because I just wanted to know more about the movie, like na ako yung murag nahuna na watch list like post opi, like uh I recommended to you na ako gisan sa mga trailer. It's like I think it's a Peacock documentary or basta documentary siya na naasad sa Christopher Nolan. It's called To End All Wars, and it basically it's what I said was DLC man is Oppenheimer kay Marashag. It's the same story except it's told without any of the artistic nuance. So it just directly tells you what happens ang nahitabo, and then what's better, like what's good about it is that we actually get like mga testimonies from survivors of the bombings, and they explain things outright, like they go like, oh, this was the issue with Oppenheimer and his connections with Florence Pugh or Jean Tatlock. And then like they also explain exactly like the variations of the bomb that they came up with, like, oh, this is where the plutonium or uranium goes, and then this is what happens, like they'll like this is how the machine works. So I was like, oh, okay, this is more like kanang it's a very intricate YouTube explained, and murag suggest nako nimo na like, hey, watch it if you liked Oppenheimer or you were confused about it, like watch To End All Wars, and then I think na siya yung tagline na Oppenheimer. Yeah, it's very kanang it's very required watching afterwards. Na si Christopher Nolan, and like he talks about like the book, katong American Prometheus. So that's pretty good.
So that's what you missed on the first few minutes of the movie. There was like this badass quote that you missed.
Yeah.
So like, man stole fire, and Prometheus stole fire from the gods, and man suffered for it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. The documentary goes into kanang more prequel shit for Oppenheimer. Like they talked about how he was trapped inside
Are
he
you
was trapped.
kidding me with some prequel shit?
Yeah.
It's
You know,
basic.
it
It's
goes
basic
to
history, man.
it goes to his Anakin Skywalker age na
Don't fucking make
I'm a person, my
analogies.
name is Oppenheimer. Kanang, he got bullied down in camp, and then they decided to like lock him inside like a cabin or something, and then they put that in the documentary, and I was just like, villain origin story right there. And then like they depict that, and then how he was kind of like a weirdo in high school, and it covers that, and it was like, this is the nuance that Nolan was not able to kind of portray for time.
He would if it's like, directed by Greta Gerwig. Probably he would put that kind of thing.
Like, besides that documentary, which I'm like, okay, that's the only thing you need to watch after that. You should also check out kato, like you said, Grave of the Fireflies, so that if like if the movie felt kind of not personal because it was just focused on what happened with Oppenheimer, like you can like in fact, if ma-download mo Oppenheimer, you should like get to the part where they drop the bomb and then play Grave of the Fireflies and then go back to watching like Oppenheimer, like right before he visits the president and he's like, I've got blood on my hands, and then like ma-feel nimo ang
But if
ang
I
weight
remember
sa nahitabo.
correctly, Grave of the Fireflies was like more on like the missile bombings lang, not the atomic bomb dropping. Or maybe I forgot about the movie. I saw it like years ago. I forgot what it.
Yeah,
it
I was
implied.
also like what I remember about the movie, but because it's a very emotionally damaging movie. Like you watch that in college and then you're like fresh pang imong eyes, wala pa kakitag Requiem for a Dream or Black Mirror, and then like you watch Grave of the Fireflies, you're gonna be like traumatized.
Yeah. It's
maybe?
gonna gut you, man. It's like, I haven't seen the movie Come and See, but apparently it's like one of the worst but best war movies ever. Though it's depressing, and it's, I don't know, it's like Schindler's List, but it made Schindler's List into Hello Kitty, and Come and See turned it into like
Wow.
really good though. It's one of
Is it new?
It's no, it's an old movie, and it's one of the like, it's a very memeable movie though. Not because it's funny, but like it's like apparently war kino according to
War
meme
kino.
Facebook meme pages. I've been actively like checking out these like kino pages on Facebook,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also I've been on film Twitter a lot. So basically everything about my entire social media is like film Twitter and film
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. So
Mm-hmm.
I am already seeing movies that I thought like, oh, yeah, this is good. And I've seen that one like I am death scene from, I forgot what movie was that. Like the dude standing on the ocean, and it's black and white.
The whale?
No.
I don't
It's
know.
another
Oh,
art
oh, oh.
piece.
Kanang, ano, the one where he's playing chess with death?
I don't know. Oh, what are you talking about? But say it was a
Yeah,
black and
like
white
kanang nalagay
movie.
siya sa ocean, and then afterwards, like, basta it's an artsy movie, and then, like, he's playing chess with death in that, ano, and then they parody it in 500 Days of Summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
sakto ba?
I have no idea. Like somebody has to like comment below, and if you guys are listening, yeah, just tell us what the
Yeah,
movie it is, because we're not trying to be too pretentious here. But yeah,
yeah.
then again, back to like
Come and see. Oh, wait.
uh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Grave of
yeah.
the Fireflies.
Oh, there's also one companion piece though. If like we're trying to like do some nuclear deterrent thing with
Mm-hmm.
with movies and shit. We have the Japanese with The Wind Rises as well. If you've seen that, that
Oh
is
my god, I have
also.
no idea what that is.
Oh, it's like Studio Ghibli. It's Miyazaki's more recent
Really?
work. Yeah, yeah. It's about the guy who invented the warplanes in Japan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so like
Wow.
yeah, it's animated. It's heavily propagandized. I don't know if like we're supposed to feel empathy for that guy. Like he felt like it's like an Oppenheimer situation as well. Like he created these
Mm-hmm.
weapons of mass destruction, yet like all they really wanted in life was just like try to make this thing lang without expecting it to like hurt other people. So like
Uh,
that's basically what The Wind Rises is all about. And
well, that's
yeah,
interesting.
it's a very animated. It's well animated. Of course, it's Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, and
Mm-hmm.
it really puts like things into perspective with like the
Mm-hmm.
dude behind that one. It's like there's Mitsubishi all over, because that's like I know, right? That's the thing
Really?
with Japan with Mitsubishi. They're like war manufacturers before. So
No way. I
yeah.
had no idea.
Oh my
Is that
God.
is that logo nila na triangle diamond? Is that supposed to be like a propeller sa airplane? And
Uh,
they're like,
oh, right? I don't know. Like I don't know the lore behind that, but I just said
I
that
think
like
it
the
just means Mitsubishi. I think I read somewhere Mitsubishi meant 3 diamonds, and then you look at the logo and go, "Oh, it is 3 diamonds."
mm,
But if they were warplane manufacturers, I'd be like, maybe it's the propeller. We don't know.
but yeah, there's some like there's a it's a good story if you guys want to check it out. The Wind
Oh,
Rises.
weird na ano ba? Weird na post Oppenheimer watching that I just felt like watching. Kaya I read in an interview na si Mads Mikkelsen when he was talking about Star Wars, he said na my character in Rogue One is kind of like the Oppenheimer and he's my inspiration for my character. And I was like, wait. And then I ended up watching Rogue One again after like pila ka years.
Jesus,
And I
come
was
on.
like, dude, it's like I remember I have a weird relationship with the movie because I really liked it when it came out. But ever since like murag Ningawas ang TLJ hate, and then everyone keeps touting Rogue One as the better movie because like it has this, it has that. Murag, it became hard for me to like the movie. But like I went back there, but and I was just like I remembered being excited for Star Wars. And murag, this was the second movie in a Disney era, bia. And then I was like just watching the Death Star explosion as a Jin and Sakashan are like kadang holding each other, I was just like, Oppenheimer, this is it. This is the bomb explosion. And I was like, this is really good. I love this. Like this movie is great. Like if it weren't for the fans, this movie would be great.
Okay, yeah, but we're with biopics here and war, and
Yeah.
at the same time
Oh.
though, like if we're talking about the Oppenheimer biopics and stuff like war, we can also put Imitation Game as well for like a companion piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They did make fun of that na murag ano like just make a cinematic universe of all the scientists in World War II, and then so you can say that if Oppenheimer was BVS, like Man of Steel would be the Imitation Game with Sherlock.
Mm-mm.
Si,
Yeah.
si Doctor Strange. Oh my god. That
Cracking
was
that
him.
Enigma code. Yeah. What else was? There's another companion piece that we missed. No, I don't think so. Schindler's List
Yeah.
is a different story. I don't think it's a biopic.
No, I don't think there's not a single Japanese person in it.
Yeah, but no. I mean, it's about war what we're talking about. So
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I could just if you want me to name war movies, I can name like a bunch, but naguna lang kog things that are directly kind of related to the atom bomb, and I think some people, because cinephiles, hello, if ganahan kay ka ni Stanley Kubrick, a lot of people suggest that you should watch
The Strangelove
kanang
one.
Doctor Strangelove,
Yeah.
because ang character daw ni Benny Safdie is based on Doctor Strangelove, or vice versa. Like, si Strangelove is based on
The Teller guy.
what's the name? Yeah, the Teller guy, si
Oh,
hydrogen bomb
The
creator.
hydrogen bomb guy. Okay, I have not read much about him, but I think I'm gonna read more of him like after this episode. Like he's been
Yeah.
like after Oppenheimer came out, like a lot of people are talking about him. Like he let him cook. Like remember those memes? Like let him cook. Like he has a better idea. Oppenheimer, come on! Like the hydrogen bomb is better. It's sustainable and you can kill people from it. So without having to
Yeah.
waste too much money. So he's good.
Yeah, the documentary actually explains just how much more terrible a hydrogen bomb would be. Like, they have like a scale of this. If this was the first bomb and the second bomb, the hydrogen bomb is like this big, and then like my hands are going like more like stretched across the screen. I'm like more like, oh, so that's how devastating the hydrogen bomb would have been, and that's what karang si Oppenheimer was fighting against. Like, we shouldn't like do that anymore. It's like, okay, we had the atom bomb, now we have to stop. Like, Benny Safdie, stop it. Like, just talk to your brother Robert Pattinson and then like take some drugs or something. Like, so na, to wrap that up, if Barbie has a post watch that I recommend, go to Netflix and check out the series The Toys That Made Us. Na it's a series about the origin of toys, and one of the episodes is Barbie, and it talks about Ruth Handler and then the history of Barbie and how she changes, and like it's also like they also go over like Barbie's evolution from like Malibu Barbie to 80s Barbie, and then karang to the Barbie that like her boobs grow. It's like it's all there. So siguro mga 20-30 minute watch on Netflix. Like,
Okay.
I suggest you check it out. And that wraps up Post-Barbenheimer.
Yeah, I guess that's enough for that. Like, we've
Yeah.
felt the shockwaves already, and we're gonna be
Yeah.
feeling more about it with the memes and all. It's not gonna
Yeah.
end anytime soon.
Yeah. You know what I watched 30 that brought me absolutely no satisfaction whatsoever? Like, Morag,
What, man?
Secret Invasion.
Oh my god!
How was it? Like,
Like
the
waste
most
of time.
nothing story ever.
Waste of time. Like I don't like it.
Yeah, like, gisobay mo siya weekly?
Mm-hmm.
Did you follow it like weekly?
Yeah, I did. Like I had no choice, but like
You had no choice.
like I felt like I want to watch it. Like it's like the discourse on Twitter is funny. Like I just want to know what they're talking about. Like with the revelations of like Skrulls and all. Like okay, what the hell are they talking about? But I didn't take it too seriously. I was just like I think I was watching it like when I'm like with my phone on and like checking out Instagram reels. That's probably what I'm doing.
How the fuck do you do that? Like, I guess if it's something like I have like a priority, I can't be disturbed watch, and I have I'll put it on while I do chores watch. Like, that's how I watch mga. That's how I watched the Owl House until I got invested.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Secret Invasion. It was like I paid attention jud pag tanaw na ko, and what
wasn't-
can I say? But
It just wasn't worth the attention. Like
it's just so mid.
yeah, and I don't even know what they're trying to achieve there. Like I'm pretty sure there were a lot of cuts. There were like the final product wasn't what we saw on that show. Like there were a lot of things that were cut off, and there's nothing substantial to everything that happened in that
Yeah,
show.
like there's no big status quo change at the end of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people compare it to like a lot of the disappointment comes from people who read Secret Invasion the comic,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't read it yet. But I was like, fine, I'll watch this anyway since like fresh ang akong mata.
Yeah.
But of all the big like mga Rhodes a Skrull and they killed Aunt Robin, like it doesn't really do much, man. Like, so what if Nick Fury has a wife, na Skrull?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't. Oh God! Like, you know what's the best part of that show for me was like the last part of it. Like, remember when there's like the intense paranoia happening now? Like, everyone knows that Skrulls are everywhere. That could have been That could have been the show. Like, that could have been like it's a war on terror shit, banga. They're invading us already, and everyone's paranoid. Everyone's freaked out. Like, who is the Skrull here? Is this president a Skrull? Is my friend a Skrull? So that could have been the plot. But no, apparently they had to build up on like Nick Fury's relationship with his wife,
yeah, boy.
with Gaia and Talos' relationship. It just doesn't make sense. And Gravik was wasted there. Like the Barbie guy is wasted. Like he could have done more, but it's not really good.
Yeah, you can feel that he was really trying his best sa katong finale where he's like having it out with like Fury in the reactor and he's just like acting the shit out of it. Like uh Gravik was good and si ano sad, I really like Ben Mendelsohn, like katong si ano Rogue One, si
Yeah,
Krennic.
si
Like
Krennic.
he's really good.
Yeah, he's like the
And
best part of of Captain Marvel for me as well. But yeah.
yeah, and like see Emilia Clarke is like serviceable, but the way that the series ends where she becomes the super Skrull of the MCU, I'm like, oh no, how is this gonna fucking work now?
Yeah.
Like Morag, they turned her into a Captain Marvel that can shapeshift, and I was like, they're gonna have to find a way to depower her or something because if she just keeps existing, then the answer will be like, why didn't they just bring Gaia? Why did Gaia just stop him? Because
Yeah,
she's so powerful. I'm like,
It's probably like the Marvel's very own answer to like why don't you just call the Avengers? Just call
Yeah.
Emilia Clarke, guys. And I hope that she extends her contract with us and we could work things out. But yeah, the ending to her story though is like interesting because at least she's on the good side, maybe, or more on the Thunderbolt side. I don't even think that she's gonna appear anytime soon. Like we've seen these
Yeah.
like Marvel characters that don't really appear out of in the next episodes, in the next
yeah,
like shows.
exactly.
So who cares anymore? I don't even want to bother that. I don't want to think about it. Like Marvel Studios isn't even like on my top list of like subreddits right now. Like I don't even care about that anymore. Like I'm moving
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Na ano jud like murag they promised the murag the mas intricate though ang connections ako ng WandaVision and Loki and all that shit when it started. But then you kind of realize na the movies can kind of function by themselves and then they'll make like one mention of what happened in WandaVision, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Like murag there's no Agatha Harkness and Doctor Strange, so like even katong sa Loki, like the multiverse thing, anything in Loki is just like it has nothing to do with what happened in the following movie. Like wala
The
ra siya sa
Quantumania one.
ano. Yeah, it has nothing like they have a cameo in Quantumania, but like that's it. And then people are still gonna be like, "What was Loki there? Isn't he dead?" You know, what was
Yeah.
Owen Wilson there? You know?
Oh my god. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Loki season 2 is coming out, so let's hope that they learn their lesson with like connecting it to the movies. No,
I remember
what?
I remember the only thing I really like about the Loki series is the music, but like what I really don't like about the Marvel series for me, it's like they kind of even the Star Wars shows they don't have a consistent runtime, and then they're kind of I think too focused on the spectacle scene in the episode, so that it doesn't play out as long as you would like it to. Like that's why I really like Andor kay Morag. Ang Andor is more focused on the characters just really sitting in their really sitting in their moments. Like there's a lot of build up to the like diba 3 acts man ng Andor, like first the home planet and then the heist and then back to and then the prison, diba? And like there's a lot of episodes where the characters are just characters and nothing big happens, and it all just gradually builds up. But I
Yeah.
think with Marvel, it's like each episode is like murag, it can be 30 minutes, it can be 40 minutes, and then like murag, bitin kayong feeling nimo all the time, and it's kind of just hoping that you're hooked for the next one.
Yeah. I think the problem lies in like the writers. Like I don't think they're inspired enough or something to like make stuff work because there's a lot of let's say interventions from like the big heads, the big wigs. Like, hey,
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
this, cut this out. That's why like I think it's also like one of the like major factors of the strike as well. Like I
And
think they're underpaid enough to like write stuff like this, to write something better. And they felt like, oh, let's just work this out. This is it. Like, I don't care.
yeah, the problem, Sud, is that uh like they're all given very specific timelines that you have to put everything here, and then the like also the big issue is that like since the timeline is so short, uh like things have to be solid na dayon when you're shooting it, but producers or the big wigs will have a tendency to go like, can we change that part, can you shift this part, and then like kinsay luoy ana ang writers and the production, because the production will have to like scramble everything because then it won't make sense. Like siguro if you had like a very long time before the series came out, like problems can be like addressed beforehand, but wala man. So like I think there was a lot of stuff that was changed for karang Secret Invasion, and
Yeah.
like it felt like it really meant like nothing in the no. I didn't even feel like it needed to be Nick Fury's story. Like I tell me if you also felt the same way, but it kind of felt like this was kind of just Sam Jackson needed to be the macho man of the he needed to be the macho man of the series.
I
Like
don't
murag,
know. I don't know.
like I gotta do this. This is the I'm the
I-
only one who can like take care of this. And
I
gotta
mean, yeah.
set things right.
Like even without like if we put a show without Samuel L. Jackson, like Secret Invasion without him, that wouldn't make, it wouldn't sell much, right? I think the reason why they added Sam Jackson there is like to attract, Nick Fury again, because he's like, where is he? How is he doing? What's going on with this dude? And apparently he didn't do shit in that show, so nothing happened.
Yeah.
Also, I also felt like I think they have like this like spare episodes that they put in like storage or something, and I'm pretty sure Secret Invasion has like 10 episodes probably, and they cut it out and then just like put this one because we've seen the numbers, we've seen the ratings, and they're not good. So like, yeah, let's just put this in, like whatever. That's a conspiracy theory in my head. Maybe the Skrulls
Did
are
you-
inside the MCU.
Yeah, but like the only really good things to come out of it, like I really like see Olivia Colman. She's so good. Her
Yeah, she's
character
good.
is like, I thought she was evil, but apparently she's just an insane person that's like, oh, but she works with Fury as a Gapon, which is kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a relief. So I don't have to worry about her like more like being an asshole. So this is kind of like breath of fresh air now. Oh, we have a kanang not completely good guy. So like na siya lingaw nga like lines where she's like, Zana, I can be your bestie, or I can be, but I'm also very good at not being your bestie. And I'm like, more of this, please. Like,
Yeah.
I like her more than si girl from Seinfeld, si Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who they're touting as like the lead of the Thunderbolts. And I'm like, oh man, now I need Olivia Colman to run that program because she's so
Yeah.
much more fun.
And I doubt we'll be seeing more of her eventually. Like now that Secret Invasion isn't getting another
She-
season probably.
Yeah,
Who
they might
knows?
put her in, like, you know what they should have done with Secret Invasion? I think Gaia has the more interesting, like, more route. She has more places to grow. But, katulagi, I felt like, yeah, like, I would have just watched Emilia Clarke just go from, she starts out as a rebel, and then she starts to realize that the rebellion is kind of weird, being run by evil Ken. And then, like, you can treat Nick Fury as kind of the antagonist kay, like, he lied biya. He's not, he couldn't fulfill his promise. So, yeah, and then you give him one episode where, like, okay, fine, reveal his wife or something. And then, like, then they work together with Gaia. But, Like the way things like went out, even katong the reveal that Rhodey is a Skrull, it's kind of like murag nothing Rosia. Okay, like they don't really answer how long he's been a Skrull. Everyone is like, okay, so he's been a Skrull after Endgame because that kind of ruins it, diba? If like, imagine if he was a Skrull since Iron Man 2 and then it's the Rhodey that we see in like Infinity War. It's like
Yeah, it
weird
just
siya ba?
defeats everything. Man. It defeats like the emotional ties to him with Tony Stark and everything. I'm not even sure
Yeah.
like they meant everything they said there. So I'm just gonna consider Secret Invasion as like a fever dream written by AI, and
Yeah.
so let's just forget about that show and move on to the Marvels. Probably, I hope like they fix
Oh
something
my
in
god.
there because I'm actually
Oh
excited
man.
for the Marvels. Like
Yeah.
I want more. I want more Miss Marvel. I want more of like Captain
Yeah.
Marvel.
Miss Marvel, I'm Team Kamala. That's all I
Yes,
want. She is
Kamala.
my beta and I love her.
Yes, they need more of that. And
Yeah.
so I don't think we're
The-
gonna be seeing a Miss Marvel season 2, right? Now that she's in a movie now. So
I don't know. Maybe they're waiting. Okay, she has a very fleshed out world. Like she
mm,
has like her, her group, and then like I really like Kamala's family. Like the way they're written. Like very positive Muslim representation, and
mm.
it's like, oh, I love her dad, and then her mom is also cute. Yeah,
Oh,
and
there's also something here with it's the first time we've seen like a major character from a TV show moving on to big screen. Like we don't see,
yeah,
right? Like some a new
yeah,
character,
Kinzaman.
Miss Marvel coming to Captain Marvel with the Marvels. So like it's a new
Mm-hmm.
character transitioned to a to a big budget movie. It's like the first time we've
Yeah.
seen that, right? We haven't seen a Marvel character done that.
If you're counting like pre Disney Plus, like they got the Jarvis character from Agent Carter and put him in, I don't know, put him
Ugh,
in
that's like
Avengers Endgame.
that's like a minor
Yeah.
character. Kang is
But
also
like,
from Loki, I guess.
oh yeah, yeah, Kang is from Loki, but
Mm.
Quantumania, eh. Like, but I think for me, it's like I'm kind of disappointed that they kind of gave the Marvels a team up. Okay, really wanted to see more of the Carol Danvers character just grow. If they're gonna hype her up to be like the most powerful characters at MCU, like, Morag, give her more time to grow by herself. But now that you're putting her in like some kind of trio na dayon, like after her first movie, I'm like, what are you saying? She doesn't have enough star power or like enough like character to like be her own. Like Morag, it's weird, but like it's fine because I really like. But personally, my favorite of the trio like is Kamala. Like,
Mm-hmm.
say Photon is fine. Like, she's kind of plain in WandaVision, but it's kind of not her fault, sad, because WandaVision suffered from rewrites. Photon is supposed to be a mutant, they said, and Kamala is a mutant, confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
But oh,
So
also what's cool? See,
what?
Iman Vellani, who plays Kamala, she's gonna be writing her own Miss Marvel comic, and it's gonna be about Miss Marvel joining the X-Men and becoming a mutant. And I'm like, wow, really? Like they're involving her? Yeah.
That's
I
cute.
guess she
That's
really
cute.
knows a lot about Marvel. Like the writers are talking about how like encyclopedic daw ang knowledge ni Iman about the Marvel comics, and then she fights with Kevin Feige like online about like MCU isn't 616. It's universe 69999. Like she talks like that, and people are like, mark my words, in 40 years, Iman will be running the MCU. She'll be the new Kevin Feige. And I'm like,
All right.
okay, we'll wait and see.
I don't even see an MCU in the future. Probably, like
Yeah.
it's gonna crash and burn eventually.
It's very scary. Like, I think all of the franchises are also thinking about it now. Like, how do I future-proof my franchise? Like, is it gonna be multiverse ang like direction? Kay it's not sustainable ang kaning murag one true timeline. It's kind of just like Loki na murag you can't do one timeline lang kay actors grow old, they want to leave the role, and then like to like
They
stories will
might
stop being
die.
interesting if they have to keep to a specific like rule about the universe. So, ikaw, do you have any like ideas about how to future proof like the MCU?
No, what I really think is like keep it self-contained. I think the reason why like they could have ended it with like Endgame with all the like ensemble cast and all that stories, and then after that make it split into these standalone stories that character growths, that don't really have to like build up to a big part in the future. Like everything in Marvel right now is like setting up to be the next Endgame, and I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
there's no payoff jud na tarong like with all the we've been getting teased about the multiverse and mutants since WandaVision, which came out when? Like 2020? And it's been 3 years and like nothing like it's still just in one timeline and nothing cool is happening. And grabe ka mid ang katong Doctor Strange and how it tackled the multiverse. And like but uh, but I really think na if they like if I'm gonna guess what they're planning right now, it's they're gonna try and introduce multiple types of characters of the same kind of character. Like this is Spider-Man A, Spider-Man B, and then from that point on, like future movies are gonna have like this is Universe 615 or this is gonna be Universe like blah 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 ingana, so that they can just be like, see, it's not in that timeline, so like you don't have to worry about it. Like more Gundam good, like murag if it's in the one timeline, they call it Universal Century, but like each and every other Gundam thing is like it's in its own timeline. And I'm like, okay, so that's how they future proofed it. Like Final Fantasy future proofed itself by being about like a different like story every like thing. So that's how they're gonna do it.
yeah,
If I'm to guess.
I don't know. Let's hope they actually do it. Like even like DC is like having trouble with like sustaining their actors and their movies, but that's like
Hey, what did you think about Flash? Did you see it?
yeah, I saw it.
Did you
It was fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I felt like there were
Oh.
like two different writers in like one act of the movie, and then the next act is like a different one. Like I felt like it's a different movie in there, but overall I enjoyed the experience. Like I love the way I love the emotional arc on Flash's mom story, which was like, oh
Yeah,
no,
boy.
this is a mom
Right? I
story.
told you.
Oh
I
no.
was like, yeah, I told you. I was like, there's a mom story in it for you, third. Like, Morag, I know that's your thing.
Yeah, I actually teared up. Like I tried my best
Oh,
not to tear
man.
up, but during that part when he finally said like his words to the mom, and I'm like, no, this isn't what I remembered in like the Flash CW show. So I didn't really cry on that one, but yeah, this one is actually nice. But the issue I
Yeah.
had with that with that movie though was like the CGI is terrible. Like I don't know, it's so bad that
Yeah. I'm not on it. I'm like, for. I'm not faulting it. I think it was kind of clever that what they did to explain the CGI is that everything starts looking CGI when Flash uses his powers. That's why he wears that orange lens, and that's why everyone looks like that. Okay. Dude, if they decided to make everything hyper realistic, it would have been harder to land Nicolas Cage. It would have been harder to do all those cameos that they wanted to do. Like,
yeah.
but honestly, like the movie would have been stronger if they didn't rely so heavily on the classic previous na like wala na siya kanang Christopher Reeve Superman. Like if they just got Brandon Routh, siguro people would have been happy.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
mean, it's just an Easter egg kind of thing. I'm not even sure if like what they're trying to do there, right? Like,
Yeah,
was it like a flex lang that they can just get this AI guy? They can just generate an AI face
yeah.
for Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, I didn't. Para na ako, Jud, ba? Like, everyone is trying to say na murag, this thing is a fucking corporate product na inga na, because they're just trying to resurrect dead people. And I'm like, it was just a short kanang few seconds. It's kind of not the point of the entire movie. Like, they did something meaningful with, like, Batman. Like, murag, it was interesting ang paggagamit nila ni Keaton. And the rest of all those cameos are kind of just like, they're very small. They're not like the entire movie is just that and it's waiting for you to cheer. Like I really think na murag the story of like the Flash and like realizing that he kind of created the enemy and the thing is like what's really really good about the movie.
Oh, someone's
The fuck
screaming.
was that?
There's a stream. There's someone streaming on the other side here. So if you guys hear
Wow.
random screams, yeah, just everything is safe here, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
ano na lang, back to like Flash. I'm like, I think what I'm really afraid of the studio is that they're gonna blame Andy Muschietti for it and then be like, Morag, you are wrong, and like Morag, we are gonna like you're never gonna touch a movie again, and I'm like, I think this is more on like the Snyder hate and the Snyder haters who are just rallying against the movie and. Admittedly, what happened with Ezra Miller is like no one was able to shake off like kanang ano niya, all the publicity niya na bad. Some people thought it would have helped if they put him in front and then like just made himself relatable again and went to talk shows and just talked and nga. But I think they deemed him too much of a loose cannon to be like Morag. Oh, we can't do that. Like so if they hide him, it makes it look worse and then like just everything cascading down from the bad Shazam reviews, from James Gunn saying, "Oh, we're gonna reboot the movies before these movies came out." So like, why do I have to be invested? Like, I think that's what people were feeling. But sayang on jud ko, like Morag, this is a like I take it personally na Morag, this is a superhero movie with heart, Jude. Like Morag, this is way better than Black Adam. Or like Shazam, sorry Shazam, I still liked you, but like Morag, I really like the
Oh,
Flash.
I
but
have yet to see Shazam.
yeah, it's on HBO. Just like Morag, go watch it.
Yeah,
it's
I have
like,
not seen Shazam too.
I don't hate it
Okay.
as much.
Okay.
It's okay. It was. I was expecting a by the numbers superhero movie, but I was just like Morag. You know what? I'm excited for DC again. It was better than Ant-Man, Quantumania, which I know you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I forgot everything about that movie, but I
Yeah,
did
I
enjoy the
just-
new Cassie though. She's fun in it. She's great.
Okay.
I guess.
I was like, I was more of just waiting for MODOK to appear, and I was like, we needed more of MODOK. He was just so stupid, like masterful lang yung line delivery of like Morag. It's too late. Look at me. I'm such a dick.
You were right. It really is Yellow Jacket. I thought they were like, I thought you were messing around or something. Like
What?
that dude is Yellow Jacket. What? He is Yellow Jacket. He is the dude. So I was like, okay. When I found out that it's actually him, but just big face, like okay, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna get killed by Kevin Spacey, and then ano lang siya sa car.
Kevin Spacey? What do you mean?
Yeah, he was in House of Cards. He was the guy that Kevin Spacey kills.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, what else? What other things that we have to talk about?
Enough superheroes, by. I'm so sick of superheroes. Why don't we talk about the superhero of cinema, Wes Anderson, and
Oh yeah,
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City. It's not his best work, but it is a
It's
really
okay.
good movie. Yeah, it's not his best work, but it's okay. It is sci-fi though, and
Yeah,
I understand that it's more of a like an interstellar kind of thing. Like it's about grieving with loss and stuff. It's a movie about
ano
that.
siya, no? It's surprisingly meta. Like I wasn't expecting it. Like I really wanted to see it in a theater. I was looking at all the online things, and then Asteroid City. When does it come out? But just like Bo is afraid, like the cinema was afraid. Like they didn't think Asteroid City would do anything. But
Yeah.
ano siya, like I guess the movie felt extremely small compared to like previous Wes Andersons. Like even French Dispatch was like, first we're in this set, and then we're in this set, and then we're in this set. But French Dispatch was like, I mean, Asteroid City was more a product of the pandemic jud siya nga salida na people, it's mostly just there in Asteroid City, and then people are just in one room and two rooms, and then like they can probably shoot them not together because they're
Yeah.
just talking like separately.
They're like too
And-
far apart.
Yeah, and then they quarantined them rasad in the ano, and then like some actors are just at the back, some actors are in the like more they can just be separated by green screen, but na ano ko like the story is still very like it still got very emotional. Like it's meta, and I'm like trying to put together like what is the story trying to tell, like murag na siya framing device ni Bryan Cranston,
Mm.
but
No, I
I
think the
thought it
point.
was
Yeah,
mm,
there was no point to the play. I think like that's what like what's his name again? The director guy,
Adrian Brody.
Adrian
Yeah,
Brody.
yeah,
Yeah, he
see,
said like it doesn't have to mean anything and all. Uh, I think the point of it was like to feel something about these characters that they make,
mm-hmm,
and a lot of the major characters in Asteroid City were Scarlett Johansson and Jason Schwartzman, right? And both
mm-hmm,
people are like I think dealing with loss, grieving with it,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
them experiencing this higher being, but that like came out of nowhere, and it's
mm-hmm.
definitely Jeff Goldblum, but yeah, and
Yeah.
what happened there is like I think they realized that it's like something bigger than themselves. So these like
Mm-hmm.
worries and all these like the pain and loss and shit. So
Mm.
I think that was the main takeaway I got from it. But it was
Yeah,
just a
but
movie
no,
about
no ko
dealing
ba
with
eh?
loss.
No, I know it was dealing about loss and all that stuff, but for some reason, a lot of the delivery in the play is very flat. Like, the children speak flatly, and like Morag si Jason Schwartzman and si Scarlett Johansson, and all of them ang flat ang ilang delivery. And I thought it was like Morag fine, it's an artistic choice, but it kind of puts me out of the story a little na Morag ingana ra sila mo storya kay like what's your favorite Wes Anderson?
Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah, mine is Royal Tenenbaums, and like even though like Royal Tenenbaums is it's still very Wes Anderson-y. Like the characters all have like they have emotions, they get angry and then they get like sad. And pag tanaw na ko Asteroid City, it's kind of like they say very sad things to each other and like murag oh, this was my trauma, my wife died nga na. But blank lang ang ilang like delivery, which I thought was like okay, it gets tiring at some point, but you get used to it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think I understand. Yeah. Like
Yeah. What do
most
you
of the
think of?
deliveries aren't really,
Mhm.
there's no drama to them. There's no emotion, right? It's just like these people are speaking lang, saying their
Yeah,
lines,
yeah.
right?
Na ano jud ko ba sa katong ano, like it was so fucking amazing how Asteroid City was the real Barbenheimer. Okay, there was an atomic bomb, and then Margot Robbie showed up, and I was like,
Yeah.
the fuck is she doing here? And then like grabe kay ka ano like emotionally resonant ang scene niya. Like she was like, I'm sad they cut our scene, and then they decided to perform it together, and I was just like, that's where I was just like, it's so good.
Yeah,
Like
that was a really good scene. I really love that one. Like even just them, no, like even Margot Robbie was like just a cameo appearance thing in that movie. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's a good scene, and I love how
Mhm.
Wes Anderson does this like ensemble things. Even though we never got to see, we never get to see them more than like 5 minutes of screen time, but it's really good
Mhm.
seeing these
Yeah, yeah.
characters. So even
Mhm.
Steve Carell was there, and I'm like, what the fuck? He's there, and he's not even talking much. He's like talking about real estate. You can just buy this plot of land on like it's like soda
I was
machine. So
like, I was
yeah.
like, it's a very weird role for Steve Carell. Like, more he's the manager of the hotel, ingana. But, it's like it. I guess it just works na lang na nasi Steve Carell, the nasi Holly from The Office. But,
What? Holly from The Office?
Yeah, she's the one who talks to Scarlett Johansson like outside the bats, and it's like I really like your movie. I'm sorry that a lot of people didn't like
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Oh right, yeah. So, diba? Dagan kayo like characters that we recognize and actors. So,
Yeah, even
yeah.
si ano gani si Willem Dafoe was in it, and
Mm.
then like they were doing like some kind of like acting exercise.
Yeah. How does he do that? How does Wes Anderson do it, man? Like just get actors from like other corners of the world and just put you there for like probably 2 minutes of screen time lang.
It's very easy to the actors don't really like interact with each other, so I guess that's a bonus for it. Like they just need to put them in one place really, and then like zoom the camera in and out, and then they just hold a prop or say one line or ingana, and then that's it. And I think because the actors are kind of like happy to just be part of the movie, Rasad kay, it's kind of like ano, Oppenheimer, like Murag, oh, Christopher Nolan has a movie, so you're like Murag, I don't fucking care, just get me in that movie. Like
Oh
Murag.
yeah.
Yeah. And Wes Anderson likes his friends. Like you can Bill Murray's gonna be in it, Jeff Goldblum's gonna be in it, like
Schwartzman is
was Saoirse
always
Ronan
gonna be
in
in it. Yeah. Yes, Saoirse Ronan is like probably the most absent character in recent memory, right? Like, where is she right now? She could be in a Barbie, right, with Greta's Barbie, and she
Yeah,
could
yeah, she was
probably
busy.
be in with Wes Anderson's Asteroid City. So where is she? Like, how are you, girl? Like, you were.
Yeah. I
We
was
miss
like,
you.
She was she was in that movie about like katong that Netflix movie about those two friends that are like I forgot what it was called, but a lot of people were talking about it because Sansa has like a freak out like scene in it. You know what movie I'm talking about? The one with
No.
Maya Hawke.
No.
Ah, fucking shit! I forgot the title of the movie, but there was just one scene there na nahimog meme na si Sansa is like freaking out because she's like murag, I don't even know what drugs look like, and then it's Sansa like freaking out, and then her scene partner Saoirse Ronan who's just like I don't even know what drugs look like, and I was like, I'll put it in the comments or something like murag, oh, it was that movie, but back to Wes Anderson. um, it still is very emotionally resonant, but na ano lang ko, like it felt kind of super contained lang. It felt like a product of the pandemic jud nga salida. But
Yeah.
it's a fun movie nonetheless. Like
Yeah.
just the Margot Robbie scene, I loved it.
Yeah, it's
Here's
good.
Tiny.
Uh,
Yeah.
like even I really like the way like Wes Anderson does these like short stories lang within a big picture. So like even French Dispatch was a good it was a good movie. I really loved the French Dispatch, and I think we
Yeah.
talked about it, and we were talking
Tiny,
about like our favorite
Tiny
episodes.
didn't like French Dispatch that much.
Oh, alright.
Yeah,
was-
but it was a very like morag story 1, story 2, story 3 na kind of structure, no?
Yeah, even I think Asteroid City is like going with like that kind of thing, but instead it's more of like a perspective on the characters lang.
What I
Yeah.
understood it was like day 1, day 2, and a week from day 2. Like
Oh,
because
yeah.
it goes act 1, act 2, act 3, diba? And then
Yeah.
they explain the structure throughout the movie, and I'm like, okay, this is one of them Nolans again. It's one of them Dunkirks that's like 3 hours, 3 days, and
dude,
then
it's literally
3 minutes.
pulling an Oppenheimer there. So it's like the Barbenheimer experience, dude. Like
Yeah, true.
right?
It was,
It's like separated in timelines. It's like there's like a black and white scene. There's an atomic bomb, and then there's Margot Robbie, and the color scheme is so colorful. It feels like you're in Barbie land. So
yeah, it feels like ano jud, like sakto.
it really
It's
is the Barbie. It's the Barbieheimer.
the true Barbenheimer. We should have put it in like the beginning of the episode where we're like, you know what you should watch after Oppenheimer? Asteroid City. Like Morag. It has everything. It has atomic bombs, black and white scenes. It has Margot Robbie of all people. Amazing. And
Yeah.
then she's still the heart of the movie and like Morag fucking outstanding.
Yeah. Oh man, like there's so many good stuff coming. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen good movies recently, and have you seen Mission Impossible? Not yet. Not yet.
No, not yet. I'm
Oh
I'm trying to convince Tiny to like let's watch Oppenheimer before they take it out of the cinemas and like let's wear our Barbie outfits just to fuck with the cinema people like Morag. Hey, we're like we have like kind of heart shaped glasses and pink outfits, and then we'll be like one ticket to Oppenheimer, please, like Morag. And then because I'm ready, I've seen the documentary, and I'm like Morag. You know what? I'm ready again. I'm ready to experience this. But
I
Is
saw,
that
I saw what man?
yeah, but Mission Impossible, I think it's not in theaters anymore.
Yeah,
It got murdered.
yeah. What were you doing? Like trying to like waste your time? Watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I guess is that what you were watching?
But fucking shit. Ninja Turtles is already out in the US thirds, and then
Oh,
they
okay.
decided to delay it here for like 20 days. I have to wait for a couple more weeks before I can get my turtle power on.
Oh,
I bought the whole set. I have like all for Ninja Turtles, and then like murag I was ready to like mag-cosplay ko katong si Bebop, the pig guy, but they delayed it, and I don't know why. But I'm so like murag grabe kalain, but
Oh.
it's hey. Ninja Turtles is getting really, really good reviews. They're like murag
Yeah, I've seen it. The reviews are
yeah,
like, it's good. It's good.
Spider Verse compared, and then
Oh,
like
huge,
yeah,
huge.
huge W for the
Yeah.
movie, or like big if true.
Yeah.
But no, I know the woke mob is already going after it. They found something. They're like murag. The movie implies though that kanang si Splinter is gay, and then immediately that was like murag. Okay, here come the YouTube channels na murag. Oh, they're pushing the woke agenda. Splinter's gay now. Woke turtles, LGBTQ turtles, boo. And I'm like, these people, they need something, Jude, to like,
They need something.
they need something to hate.
All right. Well, if you're looking forward to TMNT, I would really like to talk about Saw, but I don't think we have like the time for it now.
You know what the studio is trying to do with Saw?
What?
They're trying to make another Barbenheimer by touting they're releasing Saw X with Paw Patrol.
Oh yeah,
And
it's,
their hashtag Saw Patrol.
yeah, it's
it's
gonna be
so
another
stupid.
Barbenheimer. So let's hope it picks
It
up.
really is. Like, more like they're forgetting the fact that Barbenheimer was supposed to be about two cinephiles. There's two cinematic auteurs going head to head with two different themes. But I'm like, who the fuck is gonna watch Saw and then watch like Paw Patrol? It's fucking stupid. Like, what are you
Dude.
gonna do? Show up in the cinema na horror kid movie ang imong like theme? It's no fun.
But I really dig Saw series. The Saw series, man. Like, I think it was like I watched it when I was
Yeah.
like 13 years old or
You're a
12.
fucking psycho, mongod. You watch gore videos on 4chan, which I'm still like more like, I still don't forget that detail about you. That when I see those threads on 4chan, I'm like, fucking 30 is probably there right now. Like,
Do not out me
like
on this, man. Do
you're
not out-
probably
do
you're
not out
probably
me.
posting videos on it, and it's like you got something more violent than this. And I'm like, fucking psychopath.
Do not out me on that, man. Like, I have been so desensitized with the internet right now that everything I see, everything violent, it's not like, all right, that happened. It's a lesson, I guess. But I only
I guess that just happened.
yeah, I only feel sad, very very sad when it comes to like dead animals. I do not do that. I just skim it. I like no anything but dead animals. But everything's fine except for like I don't think there's a lot of things that I don't. This is not. I know this is
Yeah,
a
but-
safe space, guys. We're not gonna trigger you.
Yeah, but Saw franchise.
Yeah, I
when does
really-
it come out?
It comes out this
October?
September.
Did you
next
watch
month.
the Chris Rock one?
Yeah,
Yung
I did.
Spiral.
Yeah, I did.
You liked it?
Have you seen it though?
No. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm very squeamish for them, and like, I know like it has kind of a B story, and then it's kind of just excuses to watch people get horribly like hurt.
Yeah, it's just
But-
torture porn.
Yeah, I've fallen into the holes of like more of just watching the traps on YouTube and just going like, oh, this is the trap one, and this is like jaw trap, and then this is like chain trap, and I'm like, well, I wonder like if they put the people who write these movies in a watch list or like more of-
Probably, right? But that's what I really enjoy about Saw as well. Like these like traps that sometimes you think that this is impossible. I don't think these guys can do it, but I don't know. It's just fun watching
then,
people like you
yeah,
know.
their thing is they also like to make sure na the people getting tortured in the movies are horrible people. Like they're drug addicts or they're like they've wronged someone in some way. Nga na. And I'm like, murag, okay,
Even Tobin Bell is like, you know, playing as like he acts like he's a savior. He saves everyone. He's like a messiah, but like everything he says is all bullshit. It contradicts everything he does, and it's funny to see that show like go there. But back to Spiral with the Chris Rock one. It was really good.
Uh-huh.
It was decent. It was like the first Saw movie that actually has like a tightly, you know, a tight narrative. About it's about a story about a dad and his kid lang. And
Na siya torture, ano? Na siya torture
Yeah, of
porn
course.
or
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Saul, like you're not watching
I don't
a
know.
show.
It's Chris Rock. Maybe it's grown-ups level
Uh.
na more like rating. It's like I ain't gonna do this if there's violence.
But it's
Okay, Chris Rock.
But Chris Rock is oddly like casted there. It's like he tries to be funny but is not funny.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying to be he's trying to pull a Jordan Peele, like Morag, from comedy to like serious movie, and I don't blame him. Like
Yeah.
I appreciate people who will try to act out of their type. Like
Yeah.
I guess it's
Oh,
sad sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's sad sometimes. Like, see, Steve Carell is like, oh man, he's only doing drama now. Like, after when are we gonna get something like 40-Year-Old Virgin again, or like The Office? But
Maybe he's like grown out of it. Like
yeah, it's like a lot of. That's what like I get sad about. Where like, but it's like bittersweet ang feeling na ko na morag. Oh, you're such a good comedy actor, but now you're just doing dramas all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand it's like it's like isn't it? It's an artistic decision to do that. Like Jennifer Lawrence, like she's done Aronofsky and did she do Scorsese? But those kinds of like movies, kanang si Silver Linings Playbook, and now she's in like a rated R in a comedy where she fights someone in the nude, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like Murag.
She was also in
can't-
Hunger Games.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like from moving on from there, and then she does like an R-rated comedy and a no hard feelings. Like Murag, it looks like a raunchy comedy. I'm like, you know what, J-Law, go off. Like Murag, just do your art.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, even like Timothy Chalamet is going on a different path right now with Willy Wonka.
Not just a
I'm-
Wonka.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if like he's the perfect fit for it, but yeah, I guess.
I don't know,
Keep-
man.
keep-
Like Murag,
let him cook, I guess.
yeah, let him cook chocolate or
Yeah.
something, and then like.
And Tom
Isn't
Holland.
Yeah, the director is The director is Paddington 2, which I have not seen, but I'm so like Murag, like I'm really wanna. I know all the internet hype around Paddington 2. They even hyped it up sa katong the Pedro Pascal movie with Nicolas Cage, katong sana the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Like Nicolas Cage is like, why the fuck would I watch Paddington 2? And then he watches it and it's like, you're right, it's the greatest movie ever made. And I'm like, well, now I have to watch Paddington 2.
All right.
Yeah, but that's it. We're done. We
that
did
was-
Asteroid City.
Yes.
We Secret Invasion. What's coming up?
We flashed. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad.
Yeah, we fly. We flashed consensually. Like Murag, you flashed me, I flashed you. We
This
were
is a
like
safe
Murag.
space.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was great.
It was misunderstood the flashing,
Mhm.
but you know.
I cried.
Next
It put me into tears. Yeah. Next
Yeah.
episode, what are we gonna talk about?
Ninja Turtles is coming out weeks after Pa.
Video games?
I don't know what's TV. August, maybe video games. We'll
I
be
don't know.
figuring it out like not here on this point. We're just
Yeah.
like Morang. We'll just wait for like what comes out next week. I don't know, Dune 2.
Dune 2, which like likely to get delayed with all this drama going
because
on.
of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of content. If you want to talk about anime, like Morang, I'm still waiting for you to watch Oshinoko
Okay,
Like-
yeah.
or
I watched
Zom 100.
JJK for some reason.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen, like I'm watching it and okay,
Oh my god,
it's,
really?
It's pretty cool. Like I like
Is that the one where all of them are wearing kimonos?
no that's Demon Slayer. This one is like
Demons-
JJK was like this like sorcerer guys and this dude with like a Kakashi like a blindfold on his eye. You've probably seen him.
But Genshin
guy.
Impact is the
Oh,
is
shut
the
up.
game.
Shut up.
I really don't know, but like
Yeah.
more if
It's-
it's, an
it's-
anime on Disney Plus, they have all the mainstream animes. They have
Oh.
the Demon Slayers. They have
Yeah, probably. It's
My
there.
Hero Academia. They have it. They have Love and War, and I'm like, the only good anime in their list is Tengoku Daimakyo, which get in on it. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but that
Oh, we
was.
could, we haven't talked about the bear.
Oh, we can talk about that next week. Like
Yeah,
more.
I'm gonna have to watch. Oh, that's a big noise. Yeah, it's fine. But
Yeah.
I have yet to see The Bear. I want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, go. Go. Like I suggest like you take it over the weekend and then just like uh enter the stressful world of like karang the bear na afterwards you're gonna keep going like yes chef, and then whenever mo lingi ka sa you're gonna be like corner.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Sige,
it's
sige.
fun. Like a lot of people are just a lot of people are just memeing about when they started watching The Bear. They started saying yes chef, corner, and cousin for some reason. Like cousin, you have to like this. Yes chef. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
So that was episode 62.
62. Yes.
Yeah.
So-
I hope you enjoyed our recommendations and our takes on Asteroid City and our post-Barbenheimer world. Like and check out The Flash. I recommend. Like regardless of how you feel about Ezra Miller.
I think this is his last movie, and I should.
Oh man,
But
no,
anyway-
it was so good.
Yeah.
They were so good.
They were so good. Yeah. That's it, guys,
Yeah.
and bye bye.